Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry and today we are not in South Africa, no. We're about 10,000 kilometers away on the Asian continent, and Chery has been so kind as to invite us to China, to Wuhu specifically, where they are based. And we are here at the Chery International User Summit. So come along and let's see what they've got on display for us. Right, so now we are going into the exhibition area where all of the Chery Group's products are going to be seen. Now, in case you didn't know, Chery on its own is a brand, but underneath it, it has a bunch of sub-brands. So Wuhu, Amoda, Icar, Luxeed, all of these are part of the Chery Group. So you'll be seeing all of them in the display area here. Excuse the sun, it is unbelievably hot and humid here in Wuhu. But let's go and have a see at which cars will be coming to South Africa, which we will not see in South Africa because everything is on display here. So let's go and have a look inside. So this is the Chery. You'll see it says Q here, but you don't really know what it's going to be called, and it may potentially be coming to South Africa. It is not confirmed yet. However, it is an all-electric little hatchback, and I think this is exactly what an electric car needs to be. So if we have a look around, I think it looks cool. It's also pre-production, so not entirely what it may be in terms of production spec. So if you have a look inside here, have a look at that. It's really cool. I think if they do bring it to South Africa, it'll be really cool to have it. I think a small electric, city car, it makes sense in South Africa. So really cool to see it here. So let's have a look at the back so you can see. So if you see here, really cool rear styling as well. So yeah, let's hope we get it, but it's really cool to see this here at the Chery User Summit. Right, so this is a car that we do not get in South Africa. This is the Icar V23 Cyberspace, from what I can tell. And it's really cool to see this here. It's like a, how can we call it, like a Jeep crossed with a Suzuki Jimny, but it's all electric. So if you have a look at the the wheels rather, really cool to see this. Very unique styling. Who knows if we'll get this in South Africa. Let's have a look at the interior. Of course, left-hand drive here in China. So there you can see it a little bit more clearly. Interior, let's have a look at the back. So yeah, this is how it looks. Have another one over here in a different kind of specification with the monoblock style wheels. So really cool to see this here as well. As you can see, Icar. Yeah, have a look around. So this is kind of like Defender vibe if you think of all the accessories that you can get with the Defender. This one is right-hand drive, as you can see. So really cool to see this here. So Icar, obviously part of the Chery Group, hence why it's here at the User Summit. And here we've got another specification next to the robots, which is really cool to see. Have a look at that. I actually really like what this represents. An electric off-roader seems to be an interesting proposition, although I don't really believe this is an off-roader. I think this is very much a city car. So really cool to see the Icar here. As you can see, lots of specification that you are able to have with the car, and with the roof box and all the accessories that comes with it. So really cool to see the V27 as this one is. So here we are inside the Icar V23. As you can see, as per you'd expect, a very large central screen. Nice, very tactile dials inside here. It does not feel plasticky, it does not feel cheap, which is what I think is what are making Chinese cars so attractive these days. And I think this looks really cool. A little, not a massive screen, but enough to display all the information that you need. So really cool to see this here. I want to say I really wish we could have this in South Africa because I think it would be attractive with an internal combustion engine. I would like to add, this is an electric car, I believe. But yeah, Mount Everest badge over there, so this is really cool. Nice to see the inside of the Icar V23. So here we have the Amoda 05 in China, but we know it as the C5. But this is the hybrid version, so hopefully we'll be getting this in South Africa soon. I think hybrid is probably the best alternative in my mind. If you consider hybrid versus electric versus internal combustion, I think hybrid obviously offers the best of both worlds. So really cool to see this over here. Very nice interior, of course, with the nice screens. So let's have a look at the exterior as well. Amoda, also part of the Chery group, in case you didn't know, of course, all under the Chery brand. So very nice to see this here, one of the models on display. So there we go. So here we are at the JQ stand, of course, part of the Chery group as well. So this is the J5 EV. Now, important to note that what the models are called here, they may not be called in South Africa if they actually come to the country. But here you can see this is pretty cool. You got a nice little table. If you were to have a picnic or entertain a significant other, perhaps you go and view a sunset, and amongst other things, you enjoy a nice glass of cool drink, because you can't drink and drive, of course. So really nice to see this here. Nice interior. Let's have a look at the back here. So there you can have a look how it looks there. And then, yeah, accessories, which they are obviously displaying, as one does at a motor show. Probably what you can take your pet in. So that's cool to see that they offer that. Of course, here, that's really cute. So yeah, a nice little capsule for your either tiny dog or a cat. So that's pretty cool to see. Over here, we have the J8, a very imposing grill that we have here. A nice camping setup there we can see. So let's have a look. It's obviously a hybrid from what I can tell. So inside here, very nice interior. It feels like real wood. It can feel the grain, so that's pretty cool. Inside the interior as well. And this being the charging component of the car. But yeah, a substantial big SUV, 7 or 5-seater. I'm not sure if this comes in a 7-seat arrangement, but you can see the boots there. And let's see if we can close this here. You can see, yes, a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Really cool to see this as well. So just open it up again so that everybody can see the boot. And yeah, some camping equipment over here. So yeah, let's move on to the next JQ, or move on to the Amoda rather. So it's a bit all over the place. So much happening. So this is the Amoda 07, which should probably be the C7 in South Africa. So moving around, have a look. I do forget that this country is left-hand drive. So you can have a look at the rear briefly. You can see very nice design. I think it looks cool. The Amoda 7. And if we have a look inside, again, similar as you would expect amongst the groups, but once again, nothing feels too plasticky. It feels nice and tactile. Quality-wise, I think you would not be disappointed as well. And I think that's the thing that I'm noticing here most of all. It's just the quality of the products. China is catching up. They are catching up quickly. So very cool to see that, of course, people from all over the world visiting here at the Chery User Summit. So there we go, that's the JQ and the Amoda side of things. Right, now here's something that lots of South Africans will find interesting, the Chery bakkie. Now this may be coming to South Africa. We will have to wait for official confirmation for that, but I'm sure we'll insert it if the announcement is made during this conference over here. So really cool, and as you can see, they're very much gearing it to the modern agriculture, aka a farmer. Let's try and speak English while we're here. So this is really cool to see this Chery bakkie for the first time. So inside, nice interior, faux leather, and a big central screen, as is customary to modern vehicles these days. You can see at the back here, so not too modern, because of course you've got here plastics just to ensure that durability. You can see at the back here. If this does come to South Africa, I can see it being a popular option. Pricing obviously will dictate how popular it will be. Will it be a replacement for the Toyota Hilux or the Ford Ranger? I believe not. Ruben, what do you think?
Anything is possible in this world, but no, brand loyalty in South Africa is a thing.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
But you have to admit that Chery is fast becoming a popular South African brand.
It is fast becoming a very popular brand, and it's becoming a very established brand in South Africa because it has been there for a long time. So that is the only thing that these Chinese brands need is time, and Chery is ahead of the rest. So when they bring that bakkie, the trusted Chery Tiggo brand as well that everybody seems to like so much, this might just be the one that convinces a lot of South Africans to change from the Ranger or the Toyota. But I don't. I'm not putting my money on it for 2026 or 2025. But yeah, this is a very good looking bakkie.
Indeed. Well, very cool to see it over here. And let's have a look at this one over here. So this is more of a camping setup that they've got going on. So here they gearing it very much to the adventurer, the person who's going to go camping. So this is called the Himmler. I'm just saying, I was like, what's the model called? The Chery Himmler. If it does come to South Africa, we'll have to see if it will still be called the Himmler. That's all subject to confirmation, of course. So here we have a really cool camping setup. Everybody is just making content. This lady is having a good time here on her chair. Someone just fell off here, which wasn't funny at all. And yeah, so really cool to see this Chery bakkie here in China. Now this is something we are interested in because Leas is coming to South Africa. So this being one of their offerings here at the User Summit. So this is a plug-in hybrid, the L6, if it will be called the L6, and if it does indeed come to South Africa. I'm not entirely sure which will be coming, but I'm sure we'll be figuring out more about that in the not too distant future. So yeah, this is a very interesting pink that's this car's finished in. So cool to see this here, the L4. So I'm sure that some of the cars that we are seeing here will actually be coming to South Africa. Let's have a look inside the car. No, we aren't. It is locked. So having a look around here. Yeah, we'll have a look at the interior a little bit later. Let's see if we can. Here we go. Very, very nice interior. Looks like nice finished. Nice Sony sound system, it appears. So cool to see the inside of that. And moving along this way, we have the L8, which seems to be one of the larger Leas vehicles. So let's have a look at the interior. So it's a bit of a point and shoot kind of exercise here. So yeah, you can see this is definitely more luxurious, lovely finished metals over here. Yeah, to the touch, that does feel really, really great. So let's have a sit inside. We've got cushion over here. I've got a backpack, so I'm not going to take that off at this point. But you can have a look. Another table over here, charging place, and a decent sized screen. I think not too big, so enough with all your information. So really cool to see this over here. Have a look at the rear. So there we go. Nice to see the Leas L8 here at the User Summit as well. So this is the Luxeed S7. So this is a car that apparently might be coming to South Africa. Whether that's the case, I'm not entirely convinced, considering that it is a all-electric sedan, though it does have like a coupe kind of styling vibe to it. I can't see it coming to South Africa. I think it'll be too expensive, and South Africans don't take particularly well to these kind of cars. But who knows, maybe I am incorrect and South Africans might like it. I think the sporty appeal is probably what will drive it mostly. But styling wise, I think it looks cool. I really do like the look of it. If it was up to me, I'd bring it to South Africa. But you can see luxury interior, or yeah, premium should we rather say. So really cool. I do like the screen. It's got enough information. Quite a small steering wheel, so it's quite cool to see that. So really cool to see this. The Luxeed S7, and over here we have the Luxeed R7. So kind of like a BYD Sea Lion 6 kind of styling, Tesla Model X, if I can compare it to that. So a more, almost like an SUV kind of styled vehicle. So finished in a, I want to say like a Diablo SE30 anniversary edition kind of color. So You can see here, got my fellow South Africans. How are we? What are our impressions of the whole conference so far?
We are waiting for a massage.
It's amazing technology that can be done in this vehicle.
Perfect.
Love it.
Well, you do suited ladies, if I do say so myself. So enjoy. So a whole bunch of South African representatives over here as well. So really cool to see Luxeed as part of the Chery User Conference as well. So you joined me a few hours later here at the Chery International User Summit. Now I wasn't sure if we were going to come back to view some more of the cars, but it turns out that that was pretty much all we were going to do. So we have returned for a nice little welcoming concert that Chery has put on for us, so I'm looking forward to that. But that has been it for this video. I'll be in China for a few more days, so hopefully I'll be making a few more videos to be sharing with you of some of the other things we'll be doing here. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the cars that we looked through today. What you think of the Chery bakkie specifically, because as we know, South Africa is pretty bakkie mad, but also some of the cars that we don't get in South Africa. Would you like to see them? Let me know in the comments below. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye bye.